Hello there, everybody. As you know, I'm Zero. It's been a while since the last upload, so I figured I would at least make a channel update. First and foremost, I do apologize for the lack of uploads, but I've been on a form of vacation, trying to be able to relax and enjoy myself. I've had my fill of vacation time, and I'm ready to start re-uploading. So let's get on with this month's or the next month's schedule. First and foremost, I was absorbed into Pixelmon for the last week. Pixelmon, as you know, those of you who do not know, Pixelmon is a form of Minecraft mod where you're able to utilize Pokemon with the building materials of Minecraft. It is very addicting. As you see, I've been sucked into it for at least a full week. Can't talk today. It's only Monday too. Good grief. I've recorded some gameplay from some servers I played on. Each of those uploads will be put into with the IP address. I played with the Technic launcher, which is available. I will leave a link for that in the description of this video, for those of you that do not have it. It is a very neat, very convenient, and self-explanatory tool, which allows you to utilize more than one mod in your Minecraft folder without having the need to go into it and shift and move. So this way you don't have 5 copies of Optifine, or you don't have like 3 forms of different forges in there. Reason why I would state that is also I'm done with the vacation with the Pixelmon because the last server I played on, without going too heated into the argument, I was questioned about with some of their policies, in-game policies. And I'm going to go be brief with this one. Now, the Wonder Trade is not under, as they say, the excursion of the server. The Wonder Trade plugin, admins can't do anything about it. The player themselves are responsible for putting in the Wonder Trade, which is basically, if you know what the Wonder Trade is in X and Y, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, the same rule applies for here, except for Pixelmon. If you put something into the Wonder Trade, it is considered fair use, fair game, lottery. Because you put in the slot /WT space slot, then it comes up with, are you sure you want to use this one /WT space slot space confirm? There's been a heated debate that said notion means that even if you put in a Poke by mistake, technically you had the chance to review. And by doing so, you yourself, out of sheer ignorance, disobeyed that safety net and Wonder traded off your Poke that if you really wanted, really needed, had a high level, high IVs, max EVs, it doesn't matter. Legendaries, shinies, shiny legendaries, build its, modded ones you buy from donation, it is still the player's fault for doing so. And by doing so, the players must face the consequences for their actions. Now, there is a stated there that you can, now here's the quotations, can give it back and be a good sport about it. You don't have to give it back. But most people generally are good sports and will give it back, hands down. However, it's the person who receives it, it's their decision. Moderators have no right to forcefully take a Pokemon that was Wonder Traded and they got through that and give it to somebody else. They do not have that right. Admins don't have that right, and only the owner has that obligation because the owner is the one that runs the server. Anybody else, it is called bad sportsmanship, which is frowned upon. Upon which heated debate, I was declared by terms playing with the devil's side. Who wants to play on a server where basically people are flanging left and right about people's religions? It's a metaphor for being on the being the bad cop, being on the wrong side. It's a policy that I've played on several different servers. I even went to the main one and actually got educated about Wonder Trade. And I'm just following the Wonder Trade's actual rules and laws. However, if this comes to be the past like that, I have no obligation to play on a server where A, I get subjugated for religion, B, I get no apology whatsoever because it is a policy of Wonder Trade of its own, plus be subjugated in with matters of religion. I will wash my hands of that server immediately and leave. Donations or no. Whether or not be where I'm at, where I stand, whatever badges, whatever title, whatever I donated, I will completely stop it. I do not have to tolerate people flinging around accusations of religion whatsoever. And you shouldn't either, because that is considered a form of cyberbullying of its own, under the clause of offending one person's belief of religion, which said player has done in the chat, in which I didn't even bother taking a screenshot about it. There's no point. If you quit the server and you're done. You move on. So, again, moving on. That rant took over 5 minutes, so I do apologize for that. Moving on, yes, going to resume Hyperdimensional Neptunia Rebirth 3's uh, Let's Play. It's going to continue to be voiceless because anytime I go to add my commentary to anything for Vita Let's Play, it makes the video turn into garbage. So it's going to continue to stay silent for the sake of not losing the footage or turning it into a bit rate salad. Which also means that moving on back to with the next topic here is with Digimon World Redigitize, I will be getting back to that as well. I've got a couple already pre-done that I haven't been doing for a while because of, well, Minecraft. The main thing is with this one is it's not fun to do this one solo. And you probably, with my voice monotone, I'm going to bore people out of here. So it's always fun to have commentary with that as well. And whenever I'm free to hit up, I would like to be able to do commentary with Digimon World Redigitize, because it's a lot more fun with friends. This is not one where it's set for one person. Which also goes back to the place where I keep forgetting about it and I'm going to do it tonight. I'm going to put the rest of Digimon World up on my alternate account and I'm going to link the playlist from that one to this one so at least people can see it. And I'll have that linked set to be able just so that I don't have to re-upload all 30 plus parts of Digimon World, all 40, I think it was 40 plus parts of Digimon World 2, and almost 40 parts of Digimon World 3 up. I'll have those three set up in links as playlists on the channel here. Which also means I'm going to be also backtracking with Neptunia Rebirths 1 and 2. I'm going to completely redo it. Since I've been watching the OVA and all that all over again, I've got the need to play the series from the beginning to end again. I'll even hit up ones from the PlayStation 3 later on. But right now I'm just going to finish up Rebirth 3 because I've never played Victory. And then after Rebirth 3 is done, I'll be moving back on to Rebirth 1, Rebirth 2. And I got the first one which is kind of a real teether one to play because you don't get the goddesses to like to the very end, while in Rebirth 1 you get them way earlier without any means of going to, like, say, for example, requirements for shares, which is kind of bad. Since the whole matter with Tales of Vesperia has fallen apart, Vesperia is going to be put on hiatus until a later time. I still got the save on my 360 for that, so I can come back up to it later on. Instead, I'm going to be picking another Tales of Cain to probably shoot by. Probably one from the list here, and there's a couple. Since Vesperia is not panning out very well due to the fact that PlayStation 3 recordings also desync as well. I gotta wait till I get a better PC for this kind of thing. I don't know why it keeps doing that. I may hit up Xillia next, but the last time I tried Xillia, it broke at 35 minutes recording from PlayStation 3 through my Roxio. So that's why I gotta watch. So I'm either gonna do Xillia next or I'm gonna do Symphonia Chronicles. One of those two. I'll give the heads up later on when that happens. So that's pretty much it for the month. I do apologize again for the lack of uploads, and I do also apologize again for the Minecraft rant. But sometimes it's just better to vent this stuff out instead of just holding it in. And people should not, and I mean should not, be throwing around those kinds of accusations around. So, thank you guys for watching, and I will hope to see you in the next video. Take care and stay hydrated. It's hot. Really.